Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome back to Relationship Talk with Godiva. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today I'm going to be sharing with you dealing with past traumatic experiences. The truth is, so many persons, actually going through past traumatic experiences at the moment, while some have had it in the past. And one way or the other, this has in a way affected because it's something that we cannot say we it won't affect the person or it won't affect anyone who is passing through this challenge. So one way or the other, these traumatic experiences has kind of affected these people's mental health at the current state, that's the victims, and also might have impacted the way they feel that they feel in themselves as person, and also the way they relate with other relationships going ahead. And this is what we're going to be discussing specifically on how to deal with past traumatic experiences. Right? Sorry, just a minute. Yeah. So So this is what we're going to be discussing today. But before we go further, I would like to say a very big thank you to all my subscribers out there. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your commitment in trying to always come over. I do not take that for granted. And if you're new here, you're wondering what happens here. We talk about relationship, be it dating, courting, marriage, or whatever it is, as long as it has to do with relationship, specifically romantic relationship. And you're welcome to tune in to learn with us, to bring up your own suggestions or your own question, make it interactive. You're very much welcome. You could consider hitting that subscribe button there and turning on the notification bell so that whenever new uploads are done, also going to be aware of it. Every Tuesdays, I make videos here, and on Thursdays, I also release videos. And I'm welcoming you to always bring in your thoughts or watch it, and constructive criticism is highly welcomed. And let me know your suggestions and all of it that can help improve it and make it better. And I'm also learning here as well, right? So without wasting much of your time, let's get into it. So when we talk about um, past traumatic experiences, it can be maybe experiences that are kind of like rape. Let me say, for instance, if a young man or a young woman are in a relationship, that's dating phase, and when you're in a relationship, you're trying to understand this person. Of course, emotions are involved because you're in love in some sort with this person. So if maybe you are in a relationship and just get to notice that you, of course, you've loved that person, like I said earlier, and you've trusted that person. And let me say that unexpectedly, maybe when you went to visit the person or something like that, you noticed that you were raped. You were raped. Even as much as the truth is, I try to encourage as many as every one of us, this family as we are here, that when you are in a dating phase, try to put on measures that will help you make sure that the relationship is done in a Christian way, is done in God's own way. That means it's not defiled, because actually there's nothing to rush into. You will get to settle with this person if he finally or she's finally the right person for you. Get to settle with this person and have your whole rest of your life to do whatever you want to do. So it's not pressure. It's not pressure. And also, having the sex before marriage tends to blind your eye to so many things. So it's not worth it at all. So it's very important to keep yourself, and then through the process till you're done and the blessing you've received, all of it, and going honorably to the marriage, it's worth it. It's very much worth it, and it will help you, even though the emotions tend to fight it and tend to say no, don't do it that way. But trust me, it is worth it. It is worth it. Yeah. So going back to the subject of conversation, even as much as I don't encourage maybe people who are dated because of the emotions that are involved to meet at some certain places that might not be encouraging, that might not be helpful, because then emotions are involved. So as emotions are involved, it is important that you don't help you don't put yourself in a position that will make you fall prey, because in as much as you're a child of God, you have the fear of God, you also know you're a human. So that is why Bible says flee all appearance of evil, because when you're still around an atmosphere that could bring in evil, there is a tendency for you to fall and prey to it, and you become victim to some certain things you might not want to do. So the best thing to help such situation is to avoid any kind of environment that you know that this can be very tempting for you and can lure you into something that's not godly, right? Yeah. So even as much as I do encourage you to visit at some point in time or at some time or sometimes, but things can happen. You might not really even go when it is wrong, or you might not even, but you just notice that something happened and the person you felt you could trust and you could go into a relationship with and all of that wasn't really what you saw, because you were actually raped and you were helpless and all of that. It can cause a lot of, it can cause you mental trauma. It can cause you mental trauma. And if it's not handled rightly, you can take that experience and transfer it. Like you can have, see all future relationships as having that tendency, not trusting future relationships, and maybe not even yielding to future relationships. And your own situation might not even have to do with the issue of rape. It can do with an issue where you're in a relationship with someone who is never seeing anything right from your end, that is never saying anything positive, and it's always finding fault, it's always finding problem. And even as much as I try to encourage the fact that being in a relationship that is open, like what do I mean open? A relationship where when you are going wrong, that person can let you know that this is not really right in love. And when you're also doing well, the person encourages you. It can also be true that this person is almost like not having anything good at all you can appreciate. So if you're in a relationship where it's always constant finding fault from your end, always constant finding fault, you might feel at an issue because you have this emotional attachment to that person. You might feel, okay, he wants me to be better, or she wants me to be better, or he wants me to grow and evolve and all of that. But in reality, that's not it. That is actually toxic. Because if you continue in that kind of relationship where you're always pointed at as doing something wrong, always keyword, and let me say peradventure the person now decide to walk away from the relationship, letting you know how you cannot attract good relationships and how you're not worth it and how you're not good and how all of it, you remain in such kind of relationship, and maybe the person walks away unconsciously, you might tend to believe those lies, thinking, oh, truly I'm not good. And it make you have low self-esteem in yourself, low self-esteem, and make you lose confidence. You understand? Look, you lose confidence and see yourself in this atmosphere. Even though when you're being approached with potential, wonderful, amazing relationships, you might feel like maybe this person doesn't know, when the person comes close to me as well, the person might tend to go away and all of that. That is you being psychologically affected negatively. So how do you, and so much other situation and scenarios. I just try to give just these two examples, but there are different situations that can put you in a state of trauma, in a state of, that is whenever you hear about relationship, you it's almost like you're sweating, you're doubting yourself, you're not yourself, you're not okay, you feel less of yourself. That is a traumatic experience you're going through. And how do you deal with that process? How do you deal with it? You have to first of all, you have to give yourself time to heal. You have to acknowledge it and give yourself time to heal. Yes, you're having this experience at the moment. Yes, your body's reacting to these things because you're human. You are human. And but you will heal from it. So give yourself time to heal. Don't allow yourself to get to that point where you feel maybe that's just your state. Maybe that's just your fate. Maybe you should just accept it. No, you were created for more greater things. You're wonderfully and specially made. And God told you this Himself. So, whatever thing that tries to make you feel less, that tries to make you feel uncomfortable, and you know that Bible said the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. You are here and you were put here on earth by God. He is the maker of the heavens and the earth, and you have full legitimate right to live and be happy, just like every other person and every other creature. So whatever tends to deprive you of this peace of mind, of this happiness, you need to you need to fight it. You need to push it away. It's toxic. You need to push it away. And whatever wants to avoid it prevents you from enjoying true love, enjoying the real love that God brings, like romantic relationship that could come your way, potential suitors that could come your way, to tend to shift them backward because of your experience and to see them to be all bad. You have to push that feeling away because it's not godly. And it's not for you. It's not for you. But you just have to give yourself time to heal. It's not something you beat yourself up. Why are you feeling this way? Why, in fact, what is wrong with you? No, it's completely normal. You're only reacting that way because you're human. So the best thing is to give yourself time to heal. And in that process of giving yourself time to heal, what is also going to help you is by prayer, committing that situation to God's hand, committing constantly, committing that feeling to God's hand. Tell Him, I feel scared. Tell Him, I feel low in myself. Tell God how you feel currently. Tell Him, this experience has made me feel this way, or this has made me feel this way. In fact, there is nothing you cannot communicate with God. There is nothing actually. There's nothing that is too small. There's nothing that is too not making sense to communicate to God. Yeah, so be free. In fact, you can communicate anything with God more than you can with anybody. So please be free to communicate that thing with God while during that process of your healing. And another thing that's going to help you is be open to listen helpful things. Listen to things. What you hear is powerful. What you hear is powerful. Try to tune into either messages that's gospel, godly messages that are helpful. Try to tune into maybe words, inspirational words that's listening to leaders that might be giving some self development talks and all of that. Try to listen just as you're listening now, you're doing well. Try to also listen to as much videos that you know that are helpful, that there are so much helpful and things you can find out there, right? Try to listen to them. If you can read books, please tune into the books. Put the headset on when you're calm in a safe place and listen to those positive words, those words that are godly, that are life, and it's going to help oppose whatever is that feeling you've got in the past and speak the words of life to yourself. Speak, oppose whatever it is that put you in that state. Oppose it. No, I can't be afraid because I'm a child of God. No, I can't be feeling this way because I know God has made all things beautiful for me. I can't allow myself to yes, he didn't say that I won't have I won't go through challenging times just as I'm going. But he said he assured me that he's gonna be with me. And I know he's here with me. I know he's 100% here with me. And everything is working together for good to them that love God. So the situation, no matter how toxic and no matter how bad it's appearing to be, because I love God, I know that everything is working together for my good. I don't know if this is helping somebody out there, but I really trust it's helping somebody. So I believe that if you should do this consistently, you should do this. Give yourself time. If it is a week, give it time. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, as much time as you need. Don't beat yourself up. Give yourself time till all these things, these positive words, this presence of the Holy Spirit comes in, feels on the inside of you, and you'll see yourself living above it and opening up yourself to beautiful love that God is going to direct your way. Okay? Yeah, and becoming that person God expects you and is building you to become to His glory. So I hope you were blessed. If you're blessed in this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Remember to also share this video to your own contacts. You never know who it could bless. I will see you on Thursday. Till then, please always remain safe. Remember, your comments, your suggestions, your questions are always welcome. And I'm also a counselor. You can always book a section or visit my website. All the information is down there to book a section with me. I look forward to always blessing your life and maybe having a chat with you if you want, and just being here for you. Do take care. See you.